Hi there, Kim Kunkel here with EasyDigitals.com, Photoshop backgrounds and templates for sports photographers. Today I'm going to show you how to use this Sports Mania icon and crest set. And we're also going to be working with a background from the 3D Wall of Fame set, which is right here. So I'm going to move this off. So when we're finished, our project is going to look something like this. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've already worked with my photo and I have it how I want it. I have my player here and I can't have my background. Another background that could be used is this white one, or I could turn on the hue saturation for this background. I also have an outer glow on my player, which I think really sells the fake. I show how to make the outer glow in some other videos, so if you need information on that, shoot me a ticket and I can direct you to the right video for that. So the first thing we're going to do is click File, Open, and this is our Sports Mania file set. So this is everything that you're going to see when you open up your file that you bought, and you're going to have your fonts here, so you can go ahead and click on this and download and install your fonts. And this is going to be your crest. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my crest and click Open. Okay, so this is the crest, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to grab the top layer and come down to the bottom, but not the background because we don't really need that. And I'm going to pull this off to the side, and I'm going to make sure I have it where I want it in here. See which layer I want it on in here. Doesn't really necessarily matter, but I think I'll have it right here. Okay, and I'm just going to drag this in right here. And go ahead and get rid of this. Come up to your transform, Control 0, so that I can see all my transform corners, and then I can resize it. Press Enter. Okay, I'm going to drag it down and press Enter. Now I can start working with my banner. So I'm going to come up to File, Open, and all of these that have the little Photoshop icon next to it are Photoshop files. So most of these that have the Photoshop icon, the color can be changed. So I'm going to come down to my football helmet and click Open. And I'm going to take both of these layers, Shift and grab them both, pull this out, and select my little hockey puck, and I'm going to drag this in. Now I can resize. So I'm going to press my Shift key to keep the aspect ratio, and I bring it up here. And press Enter, and then I can come over and close this out. Now I can turn off my hockey puck. Now let's say that your icon allows some of this shadowing over here to show. What you can do is come over to the shadow, icon shadow, and you can click Edit, Free Transform, and you can transform this shadow so that you make sure that it fits. Press Enter, make sure that it covers what you need it to cover. So that's just a little extra tip that you might need for covering that. So then I can double click on this and change it to any color I want. So I'm double clicking, and then I can select like a color in her uniform, and then I can start adjusting from there. And click OK. Now I'm going to put it into place. You have to make sure you select both. I'm going to just arrow it over. And this also comes with gold, copper, and silver. So I'm going to turn on silver, and I'm actually going to show you how to use this color too. So I'm going to double click this, and if I wanted to, I could change it to a red and then adjust as needed. And then for the one underneath, you'll want to make that one just a little bit darker. So you could choose the same color and then just go a little bit darker, so that it looks like it has that like shadow, and then click OK. But for this one, we're not going to use the color, we're going to use the silver. Okay, so now we have that in place. You change the color of this ribbon the exact same way. So let's see, where's the ribbon? Oh, here it is. You have to arrow this down and you just change it the exact same way. So you're going to double click it, you're going to choose a color and then click OK, and then take this one underneath it and make that one slightly darker and click OK. So that's how you change that. Now, as far as changing the words, just like changing any other words, but if you haven't done that yet, let me just show you how to do that. And I'm going to look at this. Okay, I'm going to move this off to the side so I can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to change this to, I'm double clicking it, Cindy, and click return. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually use this drop shadow layer in a color. Let me turn this back on. And then you have a little color variation. So depending on the design, it might look really cool to have like a different color back there. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off now. And if you do use that, you might want to turn off like this drop shadow on the top layer. Okay. So then let's say I wanted to change this. I can just change it to like whatever year or whatever I want to, same way. And then you can come over here and grab it and pull it down and make it bigger. Press enter. And you can also change the color of this. And I'm just going to choose like a black. And you can change the color of these stars as well by just double clicking them and choosing a color. Okay, now let's turn off the hockey sticks. Turn that off and let's add the flag. File, open, come to our flags, open. If you bought this product right when it first came out, you may need to re-download it because I had to make a small change to the flags as they weren't working quite right. So select all the flag layers, and if you want to, you can even group it by clicking Control G, and then just drag it in here. Control 0 to view everything, and then you can just resize it. I'm pressing my Shift and resizing it. And then you can just change like the flags to like a gray or a black or a red. So we're gonna open it up, double click, choose a red, click OK. Actually, I'm gonna copy that color and change it. Control C, and then come over here, Control V. All right. And then my player needs to be, my glow of my player needs to be behind the flag, so I'm going to drag this down, way down. All right, so now my player glow is behind the flag. One thing I might also mention is I always try to make my color changes the layer green, like the eyeball color coded is with green. So if you want to look for those green layers, those are the ones that are going to have a color change. Red is usually where you want to add your player, but sometimes you have to tweak that depending on the product. And then I always make the violet color, the purple color, like a change for text. So one more thing I wanted to show you is you can always change the text to anything that you want. So if you wanted a different font, then you could change it. I just want to show you that real quick. Let me find our franchise. Try franchise. There's franchise. So you can arrow that up. Let's see, freshman. Oops. Hold on. There you are. There's freshman. So then you can just make it smaller. And let's say that you had just the name of the player. Then you could, if there was a reason to, you might, I don't know like exactly, but you might need to change the arc. So you can mess with that here if you need to change it. Okay, I think that covers most of the issues that you're going to be dealing with in working with this product. If you come across any problems that confuse you, just let me know and I will make sure that I answer any questions that you have. Have a creative day.